स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल बच्चा वाला मैथ्स। आज हम करेंगे क्लास 10 जनरल साइंस सम इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस ऑफ MCQs. So let's start the video. Yesterday I have given one video. Please see that video, then you can see this question also. Okay, so let's start the video. The first question is the common name of CaCl2. So CaCl2 is calcium oxychloride, that is bleaching powder. Okay, or chlorine powder, you can tell. Okay, just you write, but you write bleaching powder. The first answer would be bleaching powder. Second question, which mechanism regulate the amount of hormone release in our body? So all of you know and read in the book also, that is known as feedback mechanism. FEED, feed, BACK, back mechanism. Okay, so feedback mechanism control the amount and time of hormone release in our body. Okay, so give an example of chemotropism. All of you know what is chemotropism. Chemotropism means there are many topic related to this, like phototropism, chemotropism, hydrotropism. So these are basically movement of plants body in response to some stimuli like light or water, and in case of chemicals. Okay, so the movement of plant in response to light are called phototropism. The movement of plant in response to water is called hydrotropism, and the movement of plant in response to chemical is called chemotropism. Okay, so here you have to give example of chemotropism. First you read the definition. The movement of, just remember that what I am telling, the movement of plant body in response to some chemicals is known as chemotropism. Okay, so you can read out, chemotropism is known as the growth or the movement of complete plant or plant part towards the chemical stimuli. Okay, for example, the growth of pollen tube down to the ovule in the ovary to the stigma and style during fertilization in order to respond to the presence of sugar in the style. So this is also an one more example. For simple example, you can make out that you have seen trees, no, the movement of the roots or the roots to important nutrients. Suppose a land is there, and some important nutrition or some nutrition rich are present on this right side. Okay, this side, and here are some toxic substances which the plant does not require. So we will observe that the root will have growth on the side which are rich in nutrition. So this is also one example of the chemotropism. Okay, the plant source movement. Okay, next topic, next question, which hormone promotes cell division in plant? So all of you write cytokinin. Okay, cytokinin is a hormone which promote cell division in plant. Okay, next, number 5, which hormone inhibits growth? So inhibits means which hormone stops growth or control growth. That is abscisic acid. So number 5 answer will be abscisic acid. Okay, so, you can write from here. Then number 6, which plant hormone is responsible for growth in plant? So you can write auxin hormone, mainly with cytokinin, because cytokinin also promotes cell division, which is also a part of growth only. Okay, next, number 7, that is the part of the eye that controls the size of pupil. So all of you know the size of pupil is being controlled by iris. IRIS, spelling is IRIS. It controls the size of pupil. If you see the next question, name a mirror that can give an erect and enlarged image of an object. So remember that a mirror which give erect as well as enlarged image of an object is concave mirror. Just remember. Next question is a solution turned blue litmus red, its pH is likely to be. So all of you know that the blue litmus being if turned to red, that means some acid being poured on the blue litmus, because acid turns blue litmus red. So here, out of the pH given here, the lowest will be the answer. So here's 4 is the lowest, so it will be the answer. Then number 10, emulsification of fats molecule is carried out by. So remember that digestion of fat is carried out by lipase, but emulsification, that means the breaking of the large fat vacuoles are broken down into smaller vacuoles by bile salt, that is known as emulsification. Okay, next, an adult man can filter liquid every day by his kidney. Liquid mainly means the urine or the blood. It mainly consists of approximately 180 to 200 liter, but in your book it is 180, so remember 180 liter. Okay, next, hormones are, so you can see the option out here. Hormones are what? Number 1 is chemical messenger, number 2 enzyme, number 2 derived substance, number 4 nitrogenous waste. So hormones more suitable word is here. Hormone are chemical messenger that carry message from the of different messages to different part of the body. Then number 13, number of vertical columns in the modern periodic table. So you will often know that vertical column is the group in the modern periodic table. So the total number of groups in the modern periodic table is 18. So out there the answer will be 18. Number of vertical column in the modern periodic table is 18. And if and all of you remember this one also, the number of horizontal row in the modern periodic table is 7, because there are 7 periods. So 7 rows and 18 columns are there. Okay. Then number 14, reproduction is essential for living organism in order to, so see the option out here, maintain growth, continue the species generation, then fulfill their energy requirement, keep the individual organism alive. So out here the most appropriate answer will be continue the species generation. Continue the species generation will be the appropriate answer. So answer will be option number 2. Okay, let's see the next question, number 15. Maleness of a child is determined by, maleness means that means the gender in male will be determined by which chromosome. All of you know that how sex is determined in human. Mainly male consists of two sex chromosome, that is X chromosome and Y chromosome. Suppose this is male, X chromosome and Y chromosome, and female mainly consists of two X chromosome. Okay, so male characteristics mainly determine the Y chromosome contributed by male. So here the answer will be Y chromosome. It is option number 3. Okay, then concave mirror form virtual image when object is placed. So all of you know that concave mirror form virtual image when the object are placed at some point. Like suppose this is a concave mirror, so the object can be placed either at infinity. Suppose I will just mark its center. This is F and this is O. So the possibilities are infinitive. Then beyond C, at C, between C and F, then at F. Okay, then between O and F. So you know that this all are real. The only one time concave mirror forms virtual image, that is when the object is placed between focal length and optical center O. So the answer will be when the object is placed between optical center O and focal length F, it forms virtual image. Next question. Write the name of two alkali metals. So alkali metal, just know that placed in the first group, alkali metal group, number 1 group is called. So the element I have written here 4 names, you can remember any name. So here hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, all are placed in the first group, that is alkali metal group. Okay, next, the deficiency of iodine causes, all of you know that deficiency of iodine causes goiter. The disease called goiter, Goitre, goiter. Okay, then what is olfactory indicator? Olfactory indicator mainly consists of that the indicator which indicate with the help of smell. Okay, some kind of smell when it react with acid or base. So you can read out the definition out here. The definition is, an olfactory indicator is a substance whose smell varies depending on whether it is mixed with an acid or base. So on the basis of smell we can determine whether it is reacting with acid or base. For example, some simple examples are there, like onion, then clove, vanilla extracts, etc. Okay, next, number 20, a solution react with crushed egg cell to give gas that turn water milky. Okay, lime water milky. So first remember that whenever you will get a question that something is reacting with crushed egg cell, so crushed egg cell is mainly a chemical comprising of calcium carbonate. Okay, CaCO3. So when it react with a solution react with crushed egg cell to form a gas that turns lime water milky, so gas will be carbon dioxide, the gas form will be carbon dioxide. But here the question is not that, it's not asking about gas, it's asking that what is the substance. That substance will be hydrochloric acid. Remember that in the out of the given options, hydrochloric acid is will be the given correct answer. Okay, but the gas involved, if the question asks that which gas is involved, to remember that the gas which turned lime water milky is carbon dioxide. Next, element X form a chloride with formula XCl2. So out here see in class 9 already have learned how that chemical how to this one two elements combine and with the exchange of ions. So here 2 is there. Okay, so this 2 is indicating HCl2, indicating that out of this 4, whoever valency will be 2 will be reacting with the X element, will be the element X. So out of here sodium atomic number 11, so valency is 1. Magnesium valency atomic number 12, so valency is 2. So the valence magnesium will be the appropriate answer for this. So here X is magnesium. Then next question number 2, xylem in plant is responsible for the transport of water. Just remember that, transport of water. Next number 3, what is the function of digestive enzymes? So digestive enzymes mainly what it break down the complex food material which we eat into a digestible or simpler substance so that our body can convert or absorb it. Okay, so you read the definition from here, and some digestive enzymes are HCl and pepsin. Okay, then what is dominant traits or character? So dominant traits or characters are those characters which show its present even in the presence of another alternative gene. So it is a very deep topic. Okay, but for this video just remember the definition from here, that gene which show its apparent even in the presence of another alternative gene is known as dominant gene. And one more, the synonyms is this recessive gene. One more thing is there, recessive gene, the gene which shows its appearance even only in the presence of another identical gene is known as recessive gene. So both these definitions you should remember because both are important. The question may be asked for dominant gene also, dominant character also, and for recessive also. Okay, remember this definition will be same only. For recessive this alternative will become identical. Okay, and one more definition I have given, you can read out here, whichever you will feel easy. Okay, next question number 25, in evolutionary terms we have more in common with, so we means a human being. The human being will have in evolutionary term more common characteristics with a Chinese boy, a chimpanzee, a spider, or bacterium. So all of you know the Chinese boy only because Chinese boy is a human only, a human breed only. So we'll have more common features with Chinese boy. Next, right to difference between fossils and solar energy. So all of you know this, fossils are substances which on burning causes pollution. Solar energy does not cause pollution. Then fossils are present in limited quantity on the earth, whereas this one solar energy is abundant or unlimited nature on the earth. Next, 27, dash is used to treat indigestion. So out of the given information, antibiotic, analgesic, antacid and antiseptic. So all of you know that antacid treat indigestions. Okay, so option number 3 will be the correct answer. Then next, now 28, which of the following element is halogen? So halogen, all of you know that group 17 is called halogen group. Halogen means the element which basically ends in ion, fluorine, chlorine, all this. So out of here this question, option number 3 will be the answer, fluorine F. Okay, next, but one more thing you remember, that the first group is known as in the modern periodic table is known as alkali metal group. Then the second group is known as the alkali earth metal group. Group 17 is known as halogen group, that is the iony one, chlorine, fluorine, then bromine, and group 18 is noble gas group. Okay, next, 29, question number 29, magnesium magnification produced by a plane mirror is +1. What does this mean? So all of you know that if the magnification is the ratio of the height of image by height of object. Okay, so we compare the height of image and height of object, and here the magnification sign plus or minus for mirror, if it is plus, the sign tell us the nature of the roots. Plus sign means the nature of the image is virtual and erect. Remember that. If the sign of magnification of a mirror is plus, that means the nature of the image is virtual erect, and if it is minus, then the nature is real inverted. Okay, and this number indicate that if it is 1, that is if the magnification of a mirror is 1, that means the size of the image and the size of the object is same, and if it is less than 1, that means the size of the image is less than the size of the object, and if it is more than 1, then the size of the image is more than the size of the object. So remember that the sign indicates the nature of the image and the number indicates the size of the image. Okay, so here out here the magnification produced by plane mirror is +1. This indicates that the plus sign indicates that the nature of the image is virtually erect, and the number 1 indicates that the object and the image size are same. Okay, next, in which group are noble gas placed in the modern periodic table? All of you, I have told just a few seconds before, the noble gas are placed in the 18th group of the modern periodic table. So it will be 18th group. Okay, next, name the pigment, respiratory pigment present in our blood. So all of you know hemoglobin is the respiratory pigment which carries oxygen to different parts of the body. That is hemoglobin, HEMOGLOBIN. Hemoglobin is the pigment present in the RBC which carries oxygen to our blood. Okay, or respiratory pigment. Next, what is redox reaction? Redox reaction means redox reactions are two type of reaction are together combined and called redox reaction, because both these reaction occur together always. Okay, so reduction means reduction reaction and oxidation reaction are together called redox reaction. What is reduction reaction? Reduction reaction means any reaction in which oxygen is being loosed by some element and hydrogen is been gained, that is known as reduction reaction. And the vice versa of this, that means any reaction in which oxygen is gained and hydrogen is being loose is known as oxidation reaction. So just you can, these are textual questions. Okay, you can just find out this answer and just read out. These are important, but I have not written here, but you can read out from your side. Then number 33, write two difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. This is also very simple from direct from the text. That is why I have not given the answer out here. Aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen and produces lot of energy or more energy than anaerobic respiration. Whereas anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen and produces comparatively low amount of energy as compared to aerobic respiration. Okay, these two differences you can write or you can read out from the text. Next, why do star twinkles? So star twinkles for many the region of atmospheric refraction, because the stars are placed very far from us, you know, and from there the light comes, lot of light comes, but because the distance is too far, so only a point source can reach our eyes, and due to the, because the varying atmosphere and due to the rotation of the earth, we tend to see the light coming from the star, the point source of light coming from the star twinkling or not coming exactly or together, so we observe that it twinkles. Okay, but the main reason is atmospheric refraction. Okay, next, which gas is liberated when metal react with acid? So you just remember that when metal react with acid, hydrogen gas is liberated, so answer will be hydrogen gas, H2 gas. Okay, next, 36, which of the following disease is caused due to the insufficient secretion of thyroxine hormone? So here thyroxine hormone secretion, if it is lack in our body, will have goiter problem. Okay, so one more question was there above, that the deficiency of iodine causes goiter, and also if our body is producing insufficient amount of thyroxine hormones, so it also causes disease called goiter, GOITRE. You can see the spelling out here. Next question, number 37, the country where man originated first is? So all of you remember that man originated first in Africa. So this is the last question and the answer will be Africa. So thank you very much all of you. This is the second video on general science. Next I will be coming up with one more video of general science with 2 marks questions. Here also I have covered some 2 marks question, and one more video I'll make for science. Please all the best for your half yearly exam all of you, and I'll coming up with advanced maths and general maths video for the next. So do subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.